What's up, everyone? My name is ChrisALOO, and this is going to be a bit of a different video. More or less, I'm going to be giving you guys an explanation as to why I have not been active or present, despite the fact saying so after I started posting videos again. Sort of give you guys a bit of an explanation as to why I had my hiatus for a good number of months before. I had some issues going on in my personal life. I had a breakup, and then I had, I know I'm pretty prone to those, but I had a breakup there, and then my work started cutting my hours, which means I started having to beg for hours, which meant that I had no real free time to do much. Then game design started taking up massive chunks of my life, which it still does. And then I came back, started posting videos, and I would safe to say that a similar situation started getting me into making videos. But also something else occurred in a similar situation back, I want to say about a month after I started posting videos. For anybody that knows me personally, they know that I play Dungeons & Dragons. I've been playing that since I was 12 years old, and I've been DMing for 15 years. Anybody that doesn't know what DMing is, that's Dungeon Master. That's, it's part of the group. Basically the guy that runs the modules, runs the adventures, plays the monsters, sets the environment, and then the other players take part in the environment they set. But anyway, about, I want to say, the end of September or so, I had a bit of an, actually beginning of September, I had a bit of an event that led me to doing this at the end of September. But I go up to Cape Fear Games. I went up to Cape Fear Games up in Wilmington. Link to their website is going to be in the description, which they sell magic cards, dice, minis, all sorts of good stuff up there. The main thing is magic cards and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and stuff like that. But anyway, they host something every Wednesday called Adventurers League. For those of you who do not know what Adventurers League is, Adventurers League is a D&D session that is run, well, sanctioned by Wizards of the Coast. And then they have a group of DMs that run tables of players that are often completely random. Players get in, they pay, sometimes they pay, sometimes they don't, depends on the shop, but at Cape Fear Games they pay $5. They get in, and then they seat them with random tables, unless they have the preferred DM, and they run through adventures. So it's a good way for people who play D&D who don't have a regular group, who can't find a regular group, to come in and sit down, get a character sheet, roll some dice, have some fun, get some D&D out of the way. Basically, a chance for them to play D&D without having to muck about and worry about people's schedules lining up, which is actually a very big problem for many groups that I know. I started going to that because I would be damned if my previous relationship was going to ruin that. But I started doing that. I started going to that every Wednesday for about 4 weeks, and I started really enjoying it, and I thought, you know what? I DM'd for 15 years. Let's see if I can't get into that. So I emailed Cape Fear Games, and I asked them, you guys might have a DM available, and turns out they do. And I want to say that is paid, which is awesome, because I get paid to play D&D, which is an amazing thing. It's also a good opportunity for them to sell drinks, books, dice, cards, whatever. It's good for them, it's good for Wizards of the Coast, who makes Dungeons & Dragons and Magic the Gathering, which is a really big thing up at my shop, which I do not do. I do not know how to play that game, and it confuses me. My friends try to get me into that, and it's just, ugh, kills me. But anyway, I work at Walmart 5 days a week, and now on Wednesday, I do that as well. I am a DM. We are currently running Curse of Strahd, which, for those of you who do not know, Curse of Strahd is actually a classic. It is a update of Ravenloft, which came out, I want to say, in 1983. This is updated for the new 5th edition rule set, which I think is a couple years old. And it's really dark. It's really spooky. I picked it because at the time Halloween was coming up and wanted to kind of get into the feel. Now it's just part of my life now. It is actually a classic storyline, classic setting. And I decided, if I'm going to pick one that is sanctioned by Wizards of the Coast to run as Adventurers League, I figured I'd pick that one. It's an absolute classic, despite, it being notoriously dark, which my players have come to find that out. But anyway, I've been doing that. I have to prep for that every week. And I have the module. I have all the sheets and everything I needed for that. And I prep for that while actually I'm at work and while I'm at home. But anyway, I do that. I get paid to do that. And on Thursday, I have a regular private separate group that we are running a homebrew campaign that's going to take my players from level 1 to level 20. At the time of making this video, they are currently level 3. And I do that every Thursday, which actually I stream that every Thursday, as a matter of fact, which, I'm still on the internet doing videos, but not in the way that you might think. I DM that group as well. I have 5 players that come in every Thursday. We have an absolute blast. I will post the link to that in the description, as a matter of fact, and to show you guys a video here, we actually were streaming. See, today it is 3:18 in the morning on January the 15th. I would say about a week ago on Thursday, which I can't quite remember what day that is. I want to say on the 9th or 10th. But anyway, on the 9th or 10th, we had a max total, even though it only lasted a few minutes, and then eventually over the course of the night petered out to about 140. We had 347 max viewers. It only lasted for a little while, then we eventually, like I say, we mellowed out at like 140, 150. And for that night, we were second in the world for Dungeons & Dragons on Twitch, beat out by Critical Role, which is the top dog in terms of the D&D community online, and they had like 50,000. So, yeah, I'm not going to say anything on that, but the fact that we were second in the world on D&D for D&D on Twitch that night is a big deal. It kind of blows my mind. I never thought that whenever I was 12, 13, 14, 15, playing this game with friends, that I never thought that I would be doing this, as a matter of fact. So it's really, really cool. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. That, and I've still been having game design take up a mass portion of my life. Whenever I'm at work, I work on my sessions. I work on my Wednesday session of Curse Strahd, and I work on my Thursday session, which is called Lost Pages of Shiraz. It's one that I'm making up from top to bottom, completely from scratch. It's entirely my story. It has some personal moments, but that's just because it makes a good story. But anyway, I do that every Thursday, I work on those projects every day during the week, and then on Wednesday, I do my Curse of Strahd group, which is not streamed, and then on Thursday, I do stream my Lost Pages of Shiraz group, which I will put the link in the description. You won't see my face, but you will hear my voice. My players are more important to me, and until the day comes that I can get a camera to lend to Cape for Games to film my face. But I digress. My stories about my players, their reactions. So there's a camera that goes down onto the table and shows the map and the players' positions and all that good stuff. And then there's cameras onto my players to get their reactions and get them talking and stuff, which is more important to me. So that is why I have not been too active lately. I have been, for lack of a better term, very, very busy. And I like to keep myself busy. I like to make sure I got something to do at all hours of the day. Also, YouTube's mess with their new means of gathering information, which I'm okay with in some respect, because they're not taking information from kids, which is perfectly fine. I'm perfectly content with that. I kind of wanted that because I don't want kids being tracked on the internet and being used to harvest information out of it. It's kind of weird to me, but still, it's kind of cutting into. They have to have a way to sort of balance it out. They're cutting into a lot of our. Well, not me, I'm not really that big, but they're cutting into a lot of our viewerships and means of getting out there, which is kind of neutering a lot of the lower-end YouTubers, not like Markiplier or PewDiePie or Game Attack or anybody like that. It's not neutering them. It's kind of kicking the rest of us in the teeth, which is another reason as to why I haven't been too active, because if I'm not going to get too many views, what's the point of being on there? But for the most part, I have been very, very busy. There isn't a day that goes by that I'm not doing something. I very rarely have time to play video games anymore, aside from playing DDO, which, I do actually a little more frequently than I'd like to admit, whenever I'm not working. But anyway, that's an update for you guys as to why I haven't been too active. I mean, you can catch me on Steam, you can catch me on certain games like DDO and Dauntless on occasion, and Strange Brigade, if anybody's into that. You'll find my Steam name and my, my Epic Games name in the bottom, and my DDO name as well. So anybody who's wanting to get in on those games and hang out with me, play around, be more than happy to have you around. For those of you that still want to keep up to date with me on a different means, I will be posting Cape Fear Games Twitch and their shop page and their Facebook page, everything in the description. If you guys want to get in on that, buy some cards online, have them shipped to you. It really helps out the business. And why not mention my name in whatever ways you can to let them know that I sent you. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry about being inactive for a while. Just want to let you guys know I have been very, very busy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the Twitch in below. Hang out with me every Thursday from 7 till about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time, I believe it is. It's been a busy day, so apologize for that. If I'm not active for a while, you guys understand. I'm going to try to get more active, but I'm going to try to do more D&D stuff. I might have a new channel coming out strictly for D&D, which will be in the description as soon as I get to it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.